Hello my dear Cancer, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between January 1st and January 15, 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So I have put the astrological information for the month of January in a video of its own that you can check out if you want to. I also want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year or Happy Holidays for anyone that celebrates something else or have a different calendar. So, I used the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot with Melanie Marquise and illustrated by Scott Murphy. And I will open your deck here. So, it's 8 of Wands and 5 of Swords. So, it seems like there might be a battle with words going on. Like battle back and forth with words. I'm not going to judge if you're going to be in this kind of battle or not. It's just either you're in or you're out. Sometimes when this kind of argument gets really fiery, we don't want to talk with that person anymore. So it can be very good to more focus on what you want to say, like this is how I feel, this is what I want, instead of any name calling or getting bitter. Okay, so and here we have justice also with this 5 of Swords. So it seems like you want to give yourself justice. Maybe you want to heal also you and yourself in an argument that you might have had earlier. You might want to make it more understandable for both of you. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the World card as well. And I call the 4 Archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Cancer viewers. So we saw the World card with the 9 of Wands and also the King of Pentacles. So I'm thinking that you might be dealing with some person that is stubbornly protecting themselves against you, or you are stubbornly protecting yourself against someone else, or you are working together with someone that's very grounded and can take care of themselves. It kind of feels like they don't need you. It's the feeling that I'm getting, that you feel that they don't need you. But we have the World card here, so it means that there's something that wants to be solved. Either you become the King of Pentacles yourself and you don't need anyone else too, or maybe there's something more to this story. So I want to have a clear view reading for my dear Cancer viewers. I want my dear Cancer to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on the highest path towards your highest destiny. So, my dear Cancer, see what's going on for you. I will just tune in to your reading a few seconds. Okay, so my dear Cancer, this is your future. This is your now, and this is the past. So, past we have the 8 of Swords. So it seems like you were stuck in a prison of your own making. Like your mental ideas kept you prisoned, or what people have said to you, like eons ago. Your mother said, don't talk before you are like someone has talked to you. Don't open your mouth. So now you are like that still, but you are grown up. So things like this might have affected you and been able to keep you prison. But we see on this person's hand, he has the sun symbols on both the hands, and they are actually free. So if you take responsibility and use your own action and your own soul, the sun, you will be able to free yourself from this mental prison and be yourself instead of what your mother or father or someone else told you to be. And here we have the now. So in the now we have a Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords chops away everything that's unnecessary. So it's like you're clearing your head. You're starting also to see the truth and trusting your own judgment. Some of you might be dealing with an air sign person as well, since we have 2 8 of Swords, and 8 of Swords is Gemini. Queen of Swords is usually Libra. And here we have the Empress. Both Libra and see Virgo, I think it is, has, or Libra or Taurus is that has I've forgotten. Taurus or Virgo is it that has Venus together with Libra. Okay, so and this is Venus. Okay, so that was what I wanted to come to. It might be like an earth sign or a Libra involved here in your love affairs. So the Empress here, it's about unconditional love. So you can still be this unconditional love and yet be cutting away with people that's not giving back to you. It's like Mother Nature. Like all the native people, they usually gave back as much as they took from nature, or at least they just took what she was giving away, like the gold that she was giving away in the rivers. Or the woods that has already fallen down. But now we don't do that anymore. So then sometimes the feminine nature rages because it wants to get rid of the lies. Okay, so it might be this for you, Cancer, in your life, that you want to get rid of the lies. You want to cut them away. You can still be you. You don't have to change your human nature. You just need to see who's the lies and who's not. So that's the only thing you need to do. You don't need to change yourself and become something hardened or unemotional. You can still be you. Soft is good. Soft is yielding. Hard is breaking. Okay, so past for you. And we have a 9 of Cups. So it seems like you have asked for something. You have prayed, sent prayer for help. And you have also seen your future and what kind of future you want. And you have asked the divine for this. And 9 of Cups is kind of saying that you will have your wish granted. This is a Gemini. It doesn't grant just 3 wishes. You can continue wishing and wishing and wishing, and you need to keep control of your thoughts, because your thoughts become the house you live in. So if you think like people are out to get you and your life is dull or things like this, it's what will happen. This is how you build your life. If you want to change, you need to start to change with your thoughts, changing them, and then you will have another life situation. So next card for you, Cancer, is the Emperor. So the Emperor, you have the Emperor and you have the Empress here. So you're probably working with becoming more whole, like having both your sides, being able to have a heart and being vulnerable, but also being able to put boundaries towards when you don't want to give anymore, or enough is enough, or you want the other person to give as well. So you have both. You are becoming more powerful. You are becoming more adult, more grounded, more cool, actually. Much more like this. I love myself. I love what I'm doing. I'm building on myself. I'm building on my kingdom. I'm making my life beautiful. And then we have the Tower. So yes, okay. So Tower is it's kind of outside forces. You can see it's the flash here, but I see it more like a planetary twist, and a certain energy comes down and tear things apart. So with the Emperor and the Tower, so it's something here that you want to maybe you want to penetrate to someone's wall that they have. Maybe this is your big wish. We have this big wish and the Emperor and the wall being broken down. So maybe you want to break down someone's kingdom. It might be this, that maybe you're thinking that someone is unreachable when they have these walls up. We will see with the next card if we will get more of the story, but the Emperor lives in a tower. He lives in a castle. He has walls around him. This is his boundaries, and this being tear down here. 8 of Swords. It might be that you have trouble with your boundaries. Maybe sometimes you have boundaries and sometimes you want to be nice and you just keep your mouth shut. So when you keep your mouth shut too long, you end up in this. Here it's still kind of healthy. You are standing here, you want to make a choice, should I go this way or that way? It's fine, you can take this time out and think, but sometimes with the 2 of Swords, if a person wants to have no pulse. It wants to have this no problem. So they are thinking to avoid problems, also holding back what they want to say. So you don't say to a person like, I didn't really like the way you talked to me just now, it felt rude. You don't say that because you don't want to be in conflict with them. So it's like you're taking very much into consideration the other person's feelings and having a high respect for them, and you don't want to you don't feel like you want to go and change their view. So it's like how people that's very well raised are acting, and in the mix they forget themselves and they forget their own voice, and they start to not living their own lives and not being respected back. Because if you respect them, you respect, and you kind of just, okay, so they are like that, I respect their personality, and you respect and you respect, and you don't respect yourself, and that you actually felt that this person was rude, or they were shunting you out, or whatever happened. They take you for granted. So this is a good thing if you want to be a diplomat, or if you have a very difficult choice to make. But when you're just doing like this to keep status quo, it's not very healthy. And here we have the King of Cups. So it's like you're trying with both force and diplomacy to get to someone's heart. It's like you have a master plan here, and you're playing nice and playing rather vulnerable, but you really you want someone to change. It's very typical, like feminine manipulation, what I'm seeing, but it's to get to someone's heart, and it might be like a male or a female, it doesn't matter, but just this, what mothers do, they kind of guilt you into doing things, or they say, well, this is how we act at this table. So, or maybe they are acting really nice and playing a really good example, so you will do what they have said. So I'm really thinking that someone wants to open someone's masculine heart, like someone that has been like unreachable, someone was really hard to get. But if you're trying too much, as I said, they will take you for granted. It's like you wish for something, but you don't want to go and change them. You don't want to go and smudge your will in their face. It's almost like you also want them to live their own life, and if they don't choose you, you won't say anything. It's like you're just sliding into the background. But this is King of Cups. It's usually Scorpio, but of course it's Cancer as well, and it's your masculine side. So something is going on with your masculine side. It's like kind of broken, but in the same time I feel that it's rather stubborn. So I'm thinking that you're using silent treatment a lot to get what you want. If it's like people can take down your boundaries, but they can't make you speak. It's like they can kidnap you, but they can not force anything out of you. So it's a lot of things that I'm seeing here. I think it's your overall personality, Cancer, and I don't want to go and change it all. I just want you to be aware and to see more what you're doing in different situations, like when you're holding your speech back and when you're being very stubborn, and don't judge yourself. You are what you are. You just see it, and then when you see certain things, you might want to change them or improve them or increase them, but just become more aware, because it seems like it's going on a lot with your personality, and it's in this mix like with the feminine and the masculine here, because this is very masculine and this is a very feminine card, and I feel that this is like you want to get into this person's heart, but you're doing it with very big moderation, like without words. So I'm not really knowing how you are going to succeed with this, but maybe there's a master plan here that you have together with the divine, and you have asked them for help to do this also. So it's it might be also that you're caught in the loop with thinking of someone, like you can't really cut them out of your head because of the Two of Swords and Eight of Swords. It's usually what we see with Libra people, that or Gemini, that's Libra can't make up their mind because they want everyone to be like friendly, and Gemini can't make up their mind because there are two inside there that's they are battling with one another. So it's something like this going on as well. You might have inner battles, and you might have like rules that you are living by instead of just being you. So try to just see yourself and free yourself a little bit more each day and becoming more and more yourself. So this will crystallize to something that can be more useful, because now it has a very great intention, like it's a very strong intention, but I'm not seeing this being a successful plan to with like small invisible, like you're being an aunt and a little aunt and you want to affect a kingdom, but of course we can, and no one will say that this can't be powerful. In Sweden we have mosquitoes. I guess you have it all over the world, but when it's a lot of rain outside in the summer, it comes like a lot of mosquitoes. And if you are closed in with one single mosquito in your bedroom, you will know that also very small creatures can have a very great impact also on big kingdoms. So maybe you are this mosquito towards someone you are just like pointing on them, like from afar, maybe just with being you, with having this sound. And here we have the Queen of Swords, and she's Libra, like this Two of Swords. So it's like you are not doing it foolishly. You have great control over this, but it's like you're not acting. It's more like from the mind in some way. Okay. And here we have the Eight of Cups, no, Eight of Wands, and it comes with a Nine of Cups here. So you have really pointed out what it is that you want, and you want it badly, and it's like this big longing, and it's this big, it would be so much freedom and so much happiness if you actually got this, what you wanted. It's like waiting for Christmas, or waiting for your long lost love to come back and finally be able to say to him or her, or any gender, what you are feeling, and being able to express yourself. So it's very sweet here. And here we have the Nine of Wands. So underneath the Emperor, this energy is transforming. I will see if I can show you this. Here it's like this openness, and the person that wants to make amends and have this dream. I have a dream, okay, that we'll all be free, and whatever Martin Luther said. You can listen to his speech, I have a dream. It's always making me shiver. And here you have the Emperor and the Nine of Wands. So I'm thinking this is kind of the other situation that doesn't want things to change. Or it might be that you love someone, but you have your boundaries still. So you want to connect with them, but not before they have open up, cracked down, or broken down. So they will not be sitting on their high horses with you, but actually come down to your level and maybe start to respect you and the situation you have between you two. So it's like a mix of both, that you both want to reach out, but you're also holding back, or this is two different people, one reaching out and the other one is just the wands here will just bounce off their boundary. So it might be that someone has blocked you, or you have blocked someone, or you have blocked someone that you actually want to talk with. You want to have a communication with them. And here we have a Page of Pentacles. So this is what comes out of the Tower. This is the little inner core of a person that doesn't have their mask on. So this is how you were planted here, the seed that was planted here. So this is actually good. Maybe your master plan is really working. And underneath the Two of Swords, we have the Star card, that's Aquarius. So now you have had both Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, and also Scorpio and Aries, okay. Sagittarius also, those two is Sagittarius. So there's a lot of different energies here. I'm just wanting to point that out so you can recognize your own energy in this general reading. 17, the star card, it's like maybe you're holding off, you're waiting maybe for the divine to do its work. You have the Tower here, 16, and the 17, the star. They are flanking each other like this. So maybe you are holding off your actions because the divine needs to do some action. So even if you have a great longing towards starting something, it's like you're waiting maybe for the right timing, or for the divine to do its work, or for the grass to grow on its own accord, like naturally here with the Page of Pentacles. So it seems like you're working perfectly together with the divine, who wants to create something. We see the kissing dolphin here, and the two chalices that's being poured here underneath the star. So something it's going to heal here. Both these cards are talking about healing. You need to heal your inside. Wherever you go, there you are. Yes, so healing this inner space here and making you to a whole person with both masculine and feminine traits. So you will both be able to give, but also you know, give with balance and give to people that actually give something back. Yes, here we have this tower boundary structure again. It's 4 of Pentacles. It's connected to the Emperor, and it comes underneath the King of Cups. That's maybe either you or it's this person. It's a boundary here. 4, I won't give. 2, I won't talk. So it's a boundary here. It might be that you have put a boundary towards an Aquarius person, that you're waiting for them to come out of their shell, or any other person here that might have been mostly in their head before. We can see this person has the androgynic traits of kind of Pharaoh Akhenaten. He was married to Nefertiti, and he had both these feminine and masculine traits because he wanted to show with his statues that you need to be a whole person. So it's like angels are also a little bit like we are talking about them as being androgen, so without a gender, because when you're heightening above gender and race and everything, you're becoming something else. You're not a caveman anymore or a cave woman. You are becoming something that's more highly vibrating. We're still going to be attracted by male and feminine traits, probably for a long time, but so it's not about that. It's just about becoming whole. Like a male can also feel their emotions, and a woman can also put boundaries. It's not more serious than that. And here we have the Queen of Swords, so it's a lot of air with you here. I'm thinking you're starting to think, Cancer. You're holding back, you're having a plan, you're putting boundaries. It's like you're calculating. It's like you're playing chess, but with this mother kind of energy, you know, a little bit in the, like, manipulation in the background, just making it uncomfortable for the children to not do what mommy says, but without really using any force. So this is what I see. And you might be dealing with a stubborn Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or you are this stubborn Cancer yourself. But for many people, masculine people that's born in water signs, that have had a big problem in our culture because they were not supposed to be like Jesus. Jesus is Pisces. So they were supposed to be warriors and, you know, not care about, not have empathy. So masculine water signs have become a little bit like left their body. They don't want to be themselves. So this can be what we are seeing here, someone that's trying to be not themselves, but they are starting to heal here. Okay, so this is your future, and here you have a 4 of Swords. That's another air trait, and it's Libra again. So 4 of Swords is you want this so badly, but you're waiting, you're biding your time, and you have the light there in your shoes, so you're totally aware still. It's just that you see he's kind of lying there meditating, also crossing his arms over his heart chakra. So it's like you're protecting yourself. Beware so you don't lose your own like your empathy, because it might be, it's not a big danger because you can awaken it again, but still try to always be authentic. You love someone, maybe you can't reach out to them just now. You have both the Two of Swords and the Four of Swords, both the cards for like time apart, silent treatment, rest. So you have a lot of, like, a big soul's longing, but you let it rest here because you're waiting for this tower to erode, or you are actually building on your own. So this is balance. When you first we are these extremes, like one person have a lot of boundaries and the other one is totally open. So then it's easy to have a relationship because one is totally closed and the other one is holding this person up and holding the whole relationship and carrying all the load. But then this person, I don't want to carry you. You need to do some work too. And this person refused to open here. It's the Two of Swords and this, or the Tower. So they say, okay, so if you don't do the work here with me, I will go away. And this is still closed up because this is how they have survived their whole life, with having a lot of power, showing indifference, acting like they don't care, preserving their little inner core for the life of it. So this person says, okay, so then I leave, and I put up a boundary too. So now we are two like this, so there won't be any relationship. You can see this, it's impossible. But with the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Wands, there's still a lot of love here. So I think this, and we have the King of Cups here, even if it's miles apart, I think it's still love here between these. So it will start to, but it needs to, both needs to open up. So it might be that this person now has taken this position, I won't open up, you were so stupid before. So this person, they are coming like this and trying really stupidly, in their own old ways, they're trying to communicate with you and get you to open up, but you don't care. You all put these boundaries now, so they need to, they won't be able to come to you when you are like that. So they need to open up and they need to show vulnerability, and then you can show vulnerability too, and you will connect like a real couple, not like enemies at war. Okay. So here we have the enemies at war. Yes, so it's, if they come stubbornly in any way, you won't let them in. You just you're going to defend yourself. It's not going to be this silent nice things either. You might really burst out into rah here with the Nine of Wands. It's like you're picking up your strength from your masculine side and just rah. So no more Mrs. Nice Girl or Mr. Nice Guy. Okay, so you have been silently holding on. It's a lot of longing here, and then you have to put the boundaries because the other person refused to open up. So of course you are angry with them here. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Divine is here helping you a lot, like with the Tower, trying to erode forth this little inner core, and like with this healing, and it's like you're getting more chances. So this person might come many times, and they will try to, and eventually they will do like this, and then you can open up too. So you're not going to have this in your relationship where one always have the power. You're going to try to make it like it's an equal, so you build a strong foundation instead of this with doing like this. It's exhausting. It's better to build together, yes, on a foundation together. So I think this is what you're waiting for someone to open up and show their love. And it might be like the one that was the Emperor before needs to open up, and you're waiting for this, and the Divine is waiting for this as well, that this needs to start to show the love. They need to include you in this circle. From the beginning, we have the Holy Trinity, the masculine, the feminine, and the child. So the masculine was the supporter of the feminine and the children to protect them. And the children were the antennas towards the Divine. And the mother was the interpretation between those two. like inside your body, I am hungry, I'm longing for love, okay? And it needs to interpret the signals and tell to the warrior, like, okay, we need to fix like a relationship, we are lonely. And this one goes out and get it, okay? So this is how it works, this holy trinity. But here it seems like the masculine at some point have decided that they only protect themselves, and the women and children and everyone else is not included. So I have my theories why this happened. Maybe a lot of mishappenings. If you have a lot of responsibility, there comes forces out of your control, like war, famine, disease. You lose your family. You don't want to be responsible for a family if you're going to lose them, if you're going to have heartache, if you're going to have guilt because you couldn't protect them. So it might be that there's a buttload of karma for the masculine part of you, and that side doesn't want to commit to a love relationship or include anyone in their sphere because it hurts. It hurts to lose them, and you don't want to feel, if you start to open up like to a love relationship like this, you will start to feel all the pain that was when you were in a love relationship all the other times. Every time you lost them, you will feel this loss. If you haven't worked it through, if you haven't do your your PTSD training, you won't you as soon as you open up to the nice feelings, you will also feel the bad ones. So that's the time when we need to start to clean out. When we open our heart, also the old things will come, and we need to clean it out. We need to heal, like we see here. So when this is done, if a person can be like not so chicken towards their own emotions, this is no problem. Okay, we just heal, and then we are at it again like the fool. We forget. Females, they have children, and it's excruciating pain, but then they say, oh, can't we have another children and another child a year later, when they have forgotten about the dreads of it all. So this is what needs to happen. We need to overcome and forget the trauma, so we can actually birth forward something new. And the masculine needs to start to include, it's like they have been only the head. The Emperor Aries is the head, without a body, without the temple, without the most precious thing inside the temple, that's the inner child. So they have been just this head and becoming like very authoritative and powerful and all this, but they were never able to descend like this, because you can't descend without your temple, without your body, without your all this. The witch and the children are the connection to the divine. So everyone that has tried to become enlightened through their head and forget about the body, and trying to starve the body or spank the body or whatever with the body, they haven't succeeded. Okay, so we need to take in our whole self. The soul needs to go into the body and be there, and then we can ascend. So this is what it needs to happen here, that the people need to take in their lost soul parts as well, because the masculine here has probably lost their feminine and the children, one of them or both, and the feminine here might have lost their inner child and their masculine part, so they have been picking up their masculine part here. Now they are a warrior too, and this one needs to become a lover, okay, and open their heart and let someone in, and to this protective sphere, so you can build like a unity. And here we have an 8 of Cups. So, oh God. So we have the Tower, 16. Then we have 17, the Star. And then we have another 8 card. 8 is connected to strength. And 17, 1 plus 7 is 8. And you also have the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. It's not, you have the 8 of Wands as well, but so you have one of the great 8s. The 8 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles is very good, because they are making a new beginning, like a stability. But the 8 of Swords is holding on to the past. The 8 of Cups is running from the past. So I'm thinking that this person here is still running from themselves. They haven't been able to heal here. They're still like they can't settle anywhere. They can't find peace anywhere. And wherever they go, there they are. So they need to keep on running. And I don't know the divine plan for this. I just see that there's still love there, and the person that has been excluding needs to start to include, but they're still running, and that is what I'm seeing. They're still running from themselves. They are not going to do this in January, and we have 2 full moons in January, so it's going to be rather much pain, and pain might be the trigger for personal growth. So there's some hope in that, but everyone will feel that pain, and it's good. So don't try be with it. If you want to know more about the astrological events, you can check the astrological video I made. So this is the wisdom of the divination oracle cards, and what came for you is co-create. So working together, it's very crucial here. So beautiful little picture. It's like this one is waiting for this owl to get it. So the owl is like holding the wisdom in some sense, but it's like they are maybe a little bit in this catatonic state because of some trauma they need to heal from here with the star card. And I think one side of you is more brave. It's this a little bit more feline side, like this is like the fire signs, and this one is wondering, but wasn't we supposed to co-create? How am I going to get this owl here to co-create with me? Please tell me. So some of you are maybe waiting in anticipation for this egg to hatch here, but the owl seems to be in another world. Maybe it's meditating on something important, so it might take some time, this. No quick fixes. 40. I'm going to read this for you from this book. Okay. Creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, manifestation. You may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, belief, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you will call the higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, enuding you with inspired thoughts and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush to co-create a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality, blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co-created, its only beauty and grace will be the result. Prepare to be amazed. So it's just this, yes, I'm thinking you are beautifully co-creating with the divine, but what I'm sensing here is that no one can really reach that owl. You see? And so what to do? I'm not really sure, but the divine is kind of saying that they are co-creating, you are co-creating. It's just that there's one loose end here, okay? That's not creating anything. It's just trying to preserve itself or run away. So what about this energy? Preserving and running away. What's going to happen here for my dear Cancer? Yes, okay. Harvest Mother watches over me. Okay, so we have the Empress card here, and we see that this sheep here is very pregnant, extremely pregnant. It's coming any day now, and the harvest here is reap, and it's like they are kind of waiting. It's like this cheetah here. It's also waiting. So you're waiting for something to be born here, cheetah. Yes, we had the egg as well. So maybe the owl will go into become its come into its wisdom. So I will read this Harvest Mother watches over me card for you. There. I will just read the intro. So I watch over you whilst you gaze within, for the time has come when you do best to gather your energy and direct it to your inner world. So we see the owl is really doing this. So it's these two, they are kind of being good together, these cards. So much has been happening around you and within you, so much that it needs time and attention to be distilled, integrated and digested. It will bring you greater peace and a sense of completion to do this now. It is time to harvest your emotional world, to be ready to gain the rich wisdom of your experience. The rich wisdom is the owl, of course. Then you shall be ready for us to begin again, for another chapter in your life journey, wiser, stronger and ready together. So it's this co-create is coming again, you see. So you are co-creating with someone and you're waiting for both them and yourself to get every duck in order so this work can continue. It's just not really the time. But love is still there. So Vibrational Earth Children by Debbie A. Anderson. I will take a card for you, Cancer, to see what's going on here. And you have My Personal Heaven. It came also for Capricorn, I think. Capricorn were doing a great job with becoming themselves to great adversary. So it might be that you are waiting for a Capricorn, or you have Capricorn in your chart, or you are doing this together with Capricorn in some way. I try to find the right page here. There, My Personal Heaven. So it's about letting go a little bit. Have you ever wondered what heaven is like? Close your eyes and think of a beautiful vibrational place on earth that you may have heard about or seen. Heaven is like that, but it's filled with angels. It is the place where we all go when we die. This is for children, so it will be a little bit childish, of course. A place to be with those who we loved when they were alive. Dying is part of the circle of life, so you don't bottle up your feelings. It's okay to cry and get emotional. The person or pet who died will continue to be parts of your life and live out in our memories. So you might need to check out the Capricorn reading. It might be that this is a little bit representing what you're up against, or what the other person is dealing with, or what you are dealing with. It's okay to cry and get emotional. The person or pet who died will continue to be a part of your life and live on in your memories. I already read that, I think. Vibrational Earth Children, accept that when we die, we go to heaven and be with angels. Okay, so sweet. But it's kind of this, that someone needs to cave a little bit. They need to die. They need to accept this. The tower, the star, they don't. Here they are still running away from this pain. They don't want to accept the pain that comes out of loss. So it might be that they're running from a very old loss of some sort. And let them run. They will get tired of this running, and the divine is really helping them to not run, but actually maybe they are challenging wherever they go. They are being challenged with this. Here's the pain. Look at the pain. Here's the pain. So I think there's a lot of things going on here that's going to open up this person for their old pain. And if you feel like you need to break down, and now can be a good moment, okay, to break down, because it's like you have all the energies that will help you through the mental breakdown, and it will build you up in like better and more healthy when you actually gone through this dark night of the soul. Okay, so my dear Cancer, thank you for watching, and also I'm welcoming you back to the mid-month reading for January that will come around New Year's, and also Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Okay, bye bye.